friends, I'm Jessie, this is Kaylee. We're coming today to show you guys a little bit of what I do for my 72-hour kit at our home. Each one of my children have a 72-hour kit in our bedrooms. We have actually a couple extras in our storage room in case we have time to grab them in an emergency. But this is how we do it. I take all their old backpacks. I don't know, some people buy a new backpack every single year. We tend to keep them until they just either want a new one, they kind of outgrew Spider-Man era in their age. But we have a few of these just left over, like the Hulk ones. Anyways, old backpacks. And it's just a nice way to recycle them and feel like you're not just throwing them away when they're such a good use. So what we're going to do is just kind of the essential 72-hour kit, and you can get super in-depth about 72-hour kits and really pack so much stuff in there. We're just going to go over the basics of what we put in ours. First off, hugely important first aid kit. I bought this at Walmart. It's actually a really good first aid kit. It has band-aids, gauze, ointments. It also has the Mylar blankets to keep you warm for everyone. It only has one in there. In our 72 hours, I usually pack a couple extras just in case, like, say, I grabbed mine, Ryan didn't grab his, or vice versa. So we have a little bit extra, or for the kiddos if they need extra.
Do you want to pack it in here?
Yes, sure. So for men or women for your 72-hour, this is Hygiene Kit. This has maxi pads. It has the big thick ones, the thin lining ones. But let me tell you, even if you're not menstruating, I put these in my kids' and my husband's because this is a wonderful blood stopper. So say you have a major bleed and you can tie it around, it's going to hold blood a lot longer than a big old band-aid or a towel or something like that, and it will absorb it better. You can even put diapers in them to wrap something up like that. Okay. A lot of people don't think of that. They just think that they need diapers for essential babies that are actually needing the diaper. Or the thin maxi pads you can use for other things as well. But of course we need these as women. And in an emergency, I always try to think of something that maybe I could barter with someone else that might have an emergency kit. I had a friend that said one day, she goes, all my storage is full of tampons and Diet Coke. You can trade that crap for anything. So maybe just pack a bag full of Diet Coke and tampons. Yeah. I don't know. That's what we have. A flashlight, of course, for every person, just in case, because you're obviously in 72-hour emergency, you're going to need flashlight, a light of some kind. You can do little tiny lanterns, whatever it may be, but we got a 3-pack of this usually on Black Friday deals or on spring camping deals. You can get a lot of really good flashlights. Just make sure the batteries are in here, and I always put the batteries in backwards so they don't get used at all until we need them. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, because you know how it can wear down over time.
Yeah. I'm going to be really honest, all I keep thinking about is a zombie apocalypse.
I think that's what everyone thinks about after 72 hours, but think about it like an earthquake just happened in Alaska. To date this video, but it did just happen, and it doesn't happen often in Alaska. Like, people aren't usually ready for that. In Alaska, 72-hour kits, they get a little bit more at this time of year. To go along with my first aid kit, an ace bandage, and I like Coban as well. Some people call it vet wrap, just to wrap things up nice and tight. You never know, you might have like a sprained arm, sprained ankle, or something that you need to wrap up to get travel walking from place to place. Matches. I do not pack like a little Bunsen burner in our 72-hour kits, but that is on my goal list, is to put that in there just in case we need it to cook anything. Like I'm kind of going drastic here, but like if you caught a fish and you needed to, cook that. But anything, and you can dip them in wax to fireproof the matches and then put them in your package. So that way, like if they get wet, it's not going to ruin the igniter on the end of the matches. So a bag of matches, or a lighter, but see, even if it gets wet, it's going to be ruined. And then, of course, I have my essential oil emergency kit, and in which we always keep in our first aid kits, like in our cars, everywhere else, as well as our 72-hour kits. We keep peppermint. This is to help cooling with stomach issues, with fevers. We keep TerraShield, that's our bug spray, because you never know, depending on the time of year, if you're going to need it. And especially lavender to help soothe burns, to help calm emotions, because in an emergency, a lot of times that happens, for so many different things, for sleep, whatever. So those are in our kits. And food, of course, you always need nutrition. So usually in a 72-hour emergency, you're not counting on big, huge meals. You just don't have time for that. So the basics, we do raisins because they keep well. Baby food, applesauce, or you can do whatever kind of baby food it is, but that's a good easy keep and it stores for about a year after you buy them. Gum, just because usually you're not going to grab your toothbrush. Sometimes I will pack in a toothbrush and toothpaste in here, but you don't always have room. So gum, just to not knock your neighbor over. Instead of carrying like a washcloth and soap, I will do just baby wipes. And I usually pack this thing full, but I don't put a full package because it's just a lot of weight to put on like my 8-year-old and my 3-year-old's back. So we put those in, food in. Here's applesauce.
A lot of room in here, guys.
Yeah, lots of room. But I try to think about the weight that's in there as well.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Like, here, Ron, put this on.
Put this on and just cross-fit it over to wherever we're going. Hand warmers are wonderful. You never know what time of year it is. Even if it's summer, you might have a cold summer night. You never know what you can use these for. We do granola bars. And I do 2 bars for each day. So 72 hours, 3 days, so I do 6 bars. I usually try to do 6 of everything. Bottled waters, I just do 3 because if nothing else, I mean, if it's my backpack, maybe I'll put 6 bottles in there. But for my kids, I'll put just 3. So they at least have 1 bottle a day. And we've also put essential lemon oil in there. Sorry, I don't have it in there, but because lemon oil can be a detoxifier and it will help to cleanse water if you have to get out of a stream and you don't know if it's clean. I would take my chances with the lemon oil versus just drinking the stream water. So put the bottle of water in there, and then I grabbed a Gatorade. I would highly recommend not grabbing a bunch of juices because that's not going to quench thirst and keep the body functioning as well as the water, of course. So, and then protein bars, grab 6 of those as well. I'm just thinking enough, if we're going to have to be hungry, might as well have just enough to at least take the edge off. And then I got tuna fish, and you can use your pocket knife, Swiss Army knife. What are those little doohickeys that have like screws and the can openers? What are those called? A utility knife, and to open your canned food. A lot of 72-hour kits that I've looked up in the past, they don't have a lot of canned food because of that reason. So you can keep one in here and have it at all times. Tuna fish is good protein. It can kind of fill you up, and it will last a long time in your 72-hour kit. And then of course treats. You want treats because sanity. Yeah, sanity to keep kids suffice for a little while, and just a good treat to just take you over while you're in your time of need.
Awesome.
And there's probably so much more we can add to this, such as little like pop-up tents or blankets. I do have the Milo blankets, but you could add a little teeny baggie. See, it works so well. And it's not even full. Like, you could really pack stuff in here and have so much more.
And it's not, I mean, I know I'm not a child, but it's not heavy.
It's not that heavy.
Yeah.
And you got to think about that when you pack your food, especially.
Right.
But a blanket in here, a small blanket, would go so far as to helping you, but it wouldn't be a lot of weight. So I hope that helps you guys.
This is so awesome. I'm totally doing this.
And really, like, I can't wait to just put a specific hook in my kids' bedroom or a basket or somewhere where this stays at all times. It doesn't move. My mom always put them under our beds. And so in case we were sleeping, we could just hurry. We knew it was right under our bed. We'd grab it and go. So you can either do your bedroom, wherever it's safe to keep. I don't like to keep all of them in one space, just in case something happens and one space of the house is unavailable. So at least we have some. And there's enough food in here to feed my whole family for one day. And then we can go from there.
Awesome. Thanks, Jess.
Yes, thank you. Okay, I hope this helps you guys. If you guys have any more tips on 72-hour kits, please leave them in the comments. If you have any questions, do the same. We'll talk to you later, guys.
Bye.